Hello everyone, it's Mary Weber, Travel Guru Girl, and today I want to talk to you about Australia. This is the time of year that we have to start planning for Australia, if that happens to be on your list, because our winter is their summer, and that's the most popular time that you would want to go. So that could be October, November, December, January, February, and March are the most popular times to go to Australia. A number of different ways to do it, many different companies that can offer Australia to you. So I'm going to give you two or three examples of different ways to do it. One way would be to take a cruise, and the cruise could be going from New Zealand, touching several ports along New Zealand, and then ending up in Australia. At that point, you could also add on some land to that. So one example might be NCL Norwegian Cruise Lines in February of 2026 on the Spirit, 2,000 people on the ship, and that it would be, you would do a thorough itinerary of New Zealand. You would end up in Burnie, Melbourne, Eden, and then finally in Sydney. So very reasonable way to do it. Also reasonable for a solo traveler to actually see Australia this way as well. So if you're sharing in a balcony, it would be about $7,200 plus air. So very reasonable. And for a solo traveler in an inside cabin, you're looking at about $6,500 plus air. Again, very reasonable. And that's with Norwegian Cruise Lines. Another way to see Australia might be a land tour. Air Canada Vacations does some very good itineraries because what they'll do is your air will be included from Edmonton. So that's a really good value. Your hotels, your transfers, that sort of thing will all be taken care of for you. But a lot of the rest of the time will be free time on your own. And that's what a lot of people do like. So any Air Canada Vacations package is planned for you, but you are not stuck to a tour program. So in this case, it's called Discover Australia. It's in November of 2025 with air from Edmonton through, and you're looking at about $9,700 per person based on double with air from Edmonton. So it'll be 4 nights in Sydney, 4 nights in Melbourne, 4 nights in Cairns where it's the Great Barrier Reef, and then ending up in Brisbane for 1. So some things are included. The domestic flights in between these places are included. Admission to the Blue Mountain Botanic Garden, Melbourne National Park fee, guided tour of the Great Ocean Road. So there is a number of inclusions, but it's not your typical tour package. Another way to see Australia, and this is more for the solo traveler, highlights of Australia and New Zealand with G Adventures. And why I profile this particular one, and of course a couple could do this as well. It's 29 days, so it's a bucket list land tour, and you are doing everything in depth by land on New Zealand, and then the whole coast, eastern coast of Australia, the most popular places that people want to go also. So again, that would be from Cairns to Christchurch, maximum of 16 people on the tour. So again, a different way to see it, but if you really want to be doing it for a month without being rushed and seeing these destinations, highly recommend this particular one. Another one would be South Pacific Wonders with Colette. And what they do is they do a little bit of New Zealand, then they fly you to Cairns and Sydney, and then you can do an add-on to Fiji. So lots of different ways to explore this destination. It really depends on what you want to get out of the trip that you're going on. Long stays in Australia. So on some other videos, I've talked about long stays. So in the case of Australia, you can stay for a month or you can stay for 2 months. You might even be able to stay for 3 months if you wish. But you would be in a self-catering 1-bedroom apartment along the Sunshine Coast, or you could be in an apartment on the Gold Coast. So any of these might range in price from $3,300 to $5,800 per person, depending on how long you stay and which Gold Coast or Sunshine Coast that you've actually chosen to go on. So again, another way to see it, and for sure a great way to explore the destination. And for some of us people that might be retired, this is an excellent way. People also rent motorhomes and do that sort of thing. So you find a home base and then you take it from there. So those are just some examples of Australia. If you're interested in Australia for this winter coming up, you can contact me at 587-988-5411, or you can email me at mweber, W-E-B-B-E-R, at Trevello, TREVELLO.com. And I hope to hear from you if you're interested in Australia.